Sports. It's Bristol week, and we're ready for another night of racing, aren't we, Travis?
Yeah, we are, the good old Thunder Valley.
And I think it's going to be a good one. We got 10 guys in here, and 7 guys fighting for 6 spots. One of our playoff guys, Justin Shackett, not able to make it in tonight. That'll probably go ahead and just about eliminate him. He was going to have to do a lot of work tonight anyways to go ahead and make it in. But, yeah, like I said, 7 guys for 6 spots. In the booth tonight with us, I have, of course, Travis here to help me as always. But for in-race reporting, we got Aquatati in here. And we have Picola Gator returning to the booth here on Wednesday nights.
Yay. So apparently you won't be hearing Picola. He's on Do Not Allow.
Yeah, Nuka Bob also thought that last week, and we found out what happened there, or 2 weeks ago.
Clear. We heard everything clear, loud and clear from Nuka Bob.
Yes, we did. So if you have any small children or anyone under the age of 18, they probably shouldn't be watching.
Nuka Bob's not here. We're good. Picola don't talk. He just goes, yep.
True.
As far as the starting lineup goes, we'll go ahead and take a look here. Bro Chase, last week's winner, starting off on the pole tonight. He said he was expecting a solid run at Bristol. So we'll see if he can make it back-to-back, and he's your pole sitter with the 15.928. Joining him on the front row is Private Patton, last week's second-place finisher. And he puts that second fastest time down with a 15.944. The third fastest time is our in-race reporter, Aquatati, at 15.951. Solid time there. Fourth place is B. Holcomb. He is the one guy on the outside looking in tonight. He was the first guy to drop into the 16s with a 16.019. Fifth place is Picola Gator, 16.022. Sixth goes to Mopower NRG with the 16.030. Seventh goes to Flash 9, 16.066. Eighth is Nuka Bob with a 16.115. Ninth is KB Showtime, who was eliminated last week with a 16.120. And 10th is Keith with a 16.127.
It's a pretty close field.
Anything that catches your eye there, Travis?
Well, it's just, I was expecting that we'd have a lot faster speeds than that, but no, I mean, I think the only thing that's going to catch my eye is who's going to have the better long-run speed, since we don't have any cautions. That's going to be the real deal.
Boy, I can't wait to see your qualifying lap tomorrow night, Travis.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it's going to probably be about 16.1.
Sorry I had to there for a second. Calling us out for going slow over here in qualifying.
So as we take a look at this playoff field, it's B. Holcomb comes in 17 points behind Nuka Bob for that 6th spot. So I guess, Taddy, would that be plus 17 and minus 17?
Yeah.
And then Taddy himself is plus 18. Picola is
29.
plus 29. Yep.
Send you guys one last round.
Private Patton's plus 34. Flash 9 plus 36. And Bro Chase plus 42. If I can see that correctly.
Yeah, you can. So I think as far as who's in and who's out, I mean, the top 3 are fairly safe, barring a catastrophic race on, starting on lap 1. It's pretty much everyone from 4th through 7th in this case, since we don't have Shackett, that are going to be really need to have a good night or have a better night than usual to make it to the next round.
Yeah, I feel like Picola's sitting in fourth place. He's probably pretty all set to make it to the round of 6, but he's gonna have to have a good run next week. But as far as Billy, Owen, and myself, that's gonna take a little bit there. Again, me and Owen sitting pretty with 11 and what'd you say, 17, 18 point advantage. That's a pretty good gap. You guys can join the lobby now. And I'm
I
gonna
am
go
blue
mic silent
screen.
for a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna be mic silent. This one's a tough one in traffic. Travis, I posted my stream in the custom chat if you want to check that for like lap count.
Okay.
I mean, up to you, obviously. I was just trying to help that out. If I'm in a tight spot, I will not be on unmuting my mic to talk.
See, we have a couple of people in here already. Thank everybody that's tuning in here for this one. It promises to be a solid one, don't you think, Travis?
Well, it'll be a solid one. This is going to be a very, I think this is going to be the most physically and mentally demanding races that we're going to have. And of course, it's in the playoffs. And 3 things you got to look out for here is there's nowhere to go if something goes wrong in front of you, really. So thankfully damage is off, but you can still get knocked down pit road, still get wrecked.
Stay left. Track ball, you're
clear. To race here. We got road chase.
Yeah, here we go. Yep, and we got 3 wide back in the pack. Got real racy there for a second. The 38 caught the wall. And he'll lose a couple of spots, falling down to that 6th spot.
Hold your line.
Yeah, that's what we're going to have to look out for with the custom setups, is you're going to have a situation where it's either going to be maybe too loose or it might be too tight, but either situation is going to really hurt you on speed or in the long run.
Yeah, and a lot of people,
Stay to your left.
I think, tend to diamond the corners here.
Well, when you go to a racing school, that's exactly how they tell you how to do it.
At your
Road
bumper.
chase.
Clear high, clear high.
Just kind of got right smack into Aquacat here for a second, but since we don't have any cautions and we don't have any damage, the one thing that would definitely ruin your race, other than a spin, is if someone's to your outside, they come down and smack you in the pit road. You get a speeding penalty automatically. To top that all off, just going down there for 3 seconds on a pit stop's going to put you a lap or 2 down. So something like that could definitely end your night.
Yeah, and that's a tough way to end it. And I think something might have happened similar to Country Caliber last night on the slider side.
Looks like the energy's been as hard kind of getting the wall, and Picola's loose. Way loose out of 4.
And that's who I had my camera on. I was on NRG, and this is a solid run for him thus far. Not a part of our playoffs, but he had to leave early last night, but rounding up in the 4th position early here tonight on the custom side.
So it's going to be a very, as far as what kind of line do you want to run here, it's usually the way that this configuration is, the way that this game is you want to run center to the high line, and you do kind of want to diamond it just a little bit if you can. As we see, they've got the 2 Toyotas all the way in the back here, KB Showtime and Keith. Of course, Showtime got knocked out of the playoffs last week after having a dismal race.
As did Keith, right? Was he in the playoffs on Wednesdays?
He wasn't in the playoffs.
That's right. He was in the playoffs on Monday.
Yeah.
I was looking at the guy just in front of them. That's the 23 of Flash 9. Kind of playing it safe in the first stage. He's pretty good on points, and I don't know how much he really needs to worry. Everybody's going to be getting stage points, so it's going to be really hard for B. Holcomb to make this happen. I don't really know how he's going to make that happen.
Well, his only hope here is that he can try to win both stages, and you don't want to wish bad luck on a competitor, but he needs Aquatati or Nukabob to have some bad luck tonight.
Speaking of Nukabob, he's now gotten himself into a battle with the 23, and the 23 is going to go ahead and clear him. So that's going to move Nukabob back to the 8th position as we head back towards the front of the field.
It's Private Patton, Aquatati, and Bro Chase pretty much holding center after top 3.
We're watching this battle for the top spot from the view of the 24 Bro Chase.
We'll see some distinctive packs. We have our top 3, obviously, that everybody's able to see right now, and then we have NRG, B. Holcomb, and Picola. And so they're all racing together. And then after that, we have your next group, which is Flashline and Nukabob. And then you have Keith and KB Showtime. And there's only 10 cars tonight, and it being a short track, that's going to make it real easy for us to kind of keep track of everything.
Yeah.
There's probably a good possibility too that we might see a couple of these guys go a lap down before it starts just racing around.
You know, when you think of normal Bristol, you think of multiple lanes, at least 2 lanes of racing at Bristol. Here, pretty much everyone's going to stick to this outside lane. The bottom lane eats tires, and on the long run, if you try to run that bottom lane, you're probably spinning out.
Yeah.
So it's just not possible on the game here.
You can get your truck to work that lower lane a little bit, maybe the middle lane, but the biggest issue here is when you're trying to get as much speed off of the corner, you want to try to dip your truck down just a little bit coming out on exit, otherwise that wall will come out and grab you.
Got a car low now.
Sometimes it's not too bad, but other times it'll grab you and spin you around.
As we take a lap here with the leader of Private Patton, you see how he'll enter the corner in the middle of the track and then kind of move his right side tires into that top groove that you can see there up on the top side of the racetrack, and kind of does what you says, points his nose down as he exits the corner. Private Patton, last night's winner, by the way. Him and Mo Powacat lapped the entire field, I believe.
There's one other thing that we're going to start looking at too, especially as these guys get longer and longer into the run, is if you are tight, what usually tends to happen here is you'll either hit the wall going in, or if you're tight on exit, you're turning, and the next thing you know, it just wants to keep turning dead left out of the corners. So if you see anybody that just starts making these weird lane changes coming out of the corners, that's usually what it's an indication of.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say that the 56 of Mopawa NRG is done for the night. So we're down to 9 trucks on the racetrack.
So there on pit road, and it was already kind of glitching a little bit there when we got the race started. So I'm not sure if that was an internet issue or if he just wanted to make sure he made a start and didn't want to ruin anybody's race before the cutoffs and back down.
I'll tell you what's impressing me is the fact that you can throw a blanket over the top 3 this far into the run. That's quite impressive.
Well, it is impressive, but these have consistently been our fastest guys, at least at the start of the race. So we'll have to see if B. Holcomb and Picola are able to go ahead and do some adjustments here on the stage break and be able to stay caught up with them. Because there's not going to be any pitting that's going to be necessary or required, at least for fuel and not even really for tires anyway, for stage 1 and stage 2. The only in-race pit stop we're going to have might be on stage 3, but that's going to be about it.
And so, based on what I can figure, Holcomb is currently 4th, Nukabob is 7th, So Nuka Bob is on pace to lose 3 points to B. Holcomb.
Inside.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like so far. Because, well, more like 6. So you got to.
Careful,
Well,
still
actually,
there.
we're talking about stages first. Before we're talking about penalties.
Correct.
So yeah. So you're right. 3 points so far. He's gaining on Nuka Bob.
And I did notice we had a change there for the second spot. Bro Chase going around Aquatati there.
Both of them kind
That's
of.
going to allow the 18 to scoot away a little bit there, Travis.
It will. He's had his 9 times out of 10. He seems to have his setups really, really good, and this seems to be another instance where. Excuse me. Where he is going to have another strong and good night, barring anything out of the ordinary. Further back here for 4th and 5th, P. Fuller keeps trying to take a look on Holcomb underneath. Holcomb's able to keep that run off the corner and keep him at bay.
I tell you, a truck that's really struggling right now. It's the 51 of KB Showtime. It looked like he might have had some issues there. I saw him coming back up onto the racetrack. He was not on pit road, so I don't know if he lost the back end there or what happened, but he's kind of struggling. He's lost touch with Keith now.
Yeah, that's something that I think KB Showtime is. He didn't make the playoffs, making this round of the playoffs rather. So he's probably at this point just here to show up. But he is really struggling bad, and just got the inside wall, and now he's probably going to go a lap down to our leader here before we get to the end of the stage.
How many to go on the stage, Taddy?
He's got his mic muted. Taddy, if you can, when you get a chance, if you could take off.
15. 15 to go.
So 15 to go, and it's about 15 seconds left, so we should have this wrapped up here in just a few minutes.
Tell you what, they've been going at it these last few laps here. This battle for 4th between B. Holcomb and P. Cola. P. Cola's going to go underneath him. Oh, he got a little loose there, and he'll have to fall back in line. But what this does, and I'll tell you, perhaps the fastest truck on the track right now is that 23 of Flash 9. He's looking really good right now, Travis.
Well, you mean B. Holcomb looking good?
The 23.
Well,
Flash
I mean,
9.
he's running in 6. He's normally super fast, so I don't think he's got a setup right for this one.
I was just saying here over the long run, you know, he didn't have a great start to the race, but he's quietly been reeling the 38 and the 13 in, so I've been kind of watching him a little bit.
Well, he might be able to catch him. Whether he can pass or not, it's going to be a totally different thing. We're probably getting up to about 10 to go here.
Last 10 laps. You gotta focus.
And you know, as far as eliminations go, I mean, this battle up here at the front doesn't really have a lot of implications for these front two, but you got to remember, all points matter. So as we head into the next week where we're going to eliminate some more, these points matter to these guys.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure. So, I mean, like 38 right now, he probably can't make any more positions. He cannot let people get by him. I mean, that's just, can't do it. He has to make sure that he's keeping him at bay, and hopefully being able to go ahead and keep that 3-point advantage that he has at least on Wickerbog, which is his closest competitor. Because Aquatati is, you know, in front of him, and not only in front of him in points, but in front of him in position, so he's not gaining anything on him right now.
And as we work our way under 10 laps to go at Bristol here in this first stage, I'll tell you what, that 24 might just be faster than that 18. The issue is the lane that the 18 is running is not good for the 24. He's able to close him off and defend that position well.
5 laps to go.
I was trying to watch a stream right now, and for whatever reason, that one of the driver's streams is just coming in very blurry on my phone. I'm not sure why. So, trying to keep track of what the laps are.
4 to go.
4 to go, and I think we already know Private Pat's going to go ahead and win this. Well, maybe not. He's got rotation right up behind him.
And we'll see if they catch this 51 here.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
We're getting ready to approach 2 to go.
Oh,
and he's underneath him. Oh, we got into him. Patty's going to go by for second there. And Patton's going to let the 00 go. As we're getting ready to take the white flag.
Next time it's a different flag. It'll be the
He's
center.
probably got a little too tight and overturned it, and that's how he got the rotates for starts doing a gentlemanly thing, and rotates out of position back, even though rotates has already lost the lead to Taddy.
And you know, I mentioned it, Taddy takes the stage win. But Flash 9 got around Picola for 5th.
B. Holcomb, I think Bro Chase is trying to slow down for B. Holcomb is what happened there at the end. But it wasn't, I don't think he was quick enough.
No, he wasn't.
So we have Taddy, Private Patton, Bro Chase. Come on.
B. Holcomb.
I sent it in the chat
Also
also.
had Picola, Nuka Bob, Ken actually having his best finish in a stage in 8th, Showtime in 9th, and Energy in 10th, 33 laps down. Alright, so we've seen stage 1. Let's see if we have any adjustments from our 4th through 6th place drivers to be able to get up here and try to contend for the stage wins.
Nice stage win there, Taddy.
Thanks, man.
Starter has the
We're
green
right on
flag.
board with your stage winner here as we start the second stage. I want to give a shout out to Robbie, who's there in the chat. It's good to hear from you, buddy. Glad you tuned in tonight. As Private Patton gets away with the lead.
Stay low.
Yeah, he wasn't wasting any time. Bro Chase is in second. Taddy is on his inside fighting for that second spot. B. Holcomb
Still there.
on the inside right behind them. I've always said if you're going to be on a restart, being on the outside, that is the place to be because that's where the momentum is.
Justin Shackett says hello, everyone. Welcome in there, Justin.
So right now, the biggest thing for B. Holcomb, he's really the guy that we're going to have to watch here, is he needs to hurry and pass Picola and then get up here to Taddy and Bro Chase because Nuka Bob is struggling.
I think B. Holcomb's going to have to win this stage and probably the race.
B. Holcomb didn't do himself any favors there by hitting the wall.
And that forced everyone behind him to check up.
Meanwhile, we have our top 2 trying to check out.
Top 3, I guess you could say, because Taddy's right there too.
That's true. So we got our top 3, just like in stage 1, and now Pete Cole is starting to reel them in here as well, so we could have a 4-car race for the lead.
And you got to think Taddy feels pretty good about this. He's now, he's made up 4 more points there. Because remember, he gets the 10 points plus the additional point. So Taddy has to feel pretty good now.
Yep, as long as he's keeping the 38 behind him in the stages and in the race, then he has nothing to worry about. Think about just 10 drivers showing up for this race. When we had the season start, on both Wednesday and Thursday night, we had about 20 trucks, 15 to 20 trucks show up. So I know with me racing tomorrow night, it'll be interesting to see how many make it. We could have anywhere from 9 to 12.
So let's take a look through this field. We got Private Patton, your race leader. There's going to be Bro Chase. They're in second, 24. Taddy holding that third spot. Fourth right now is P. Cola. Fifth is B. Holcomb. Sixth is Flash 9. Seventh belongs to Keith. Eighth belongs to Nuka Bob.
Careful, still there.
It's going to be showtime.
And then, of course, our one truck out of the race thus far, the 56 of Mopawa NRG.
One thing to also remember, too, for those guys that aren't in this round of playoffs and they're still racing, they can still get positions on those that are not in the playoffs anymore. So I'm not sure exactly where KB Showtime was coming into this position-wise, but if he had someone in front of him that was knocked out in the playoffs the previous week, he is now gaining points with passing the points. And one thing to bring up here is that the top 10 from tonight and tomorrow night advance to the next round. So if you say, for example, you go ahead and you're like, you know what, heck with it, I'm not showing back up again because I'm not in the playoffs and everyone else behind you continues to race, they could be in the top 10 and you're not. So that would keep you from advancing into the next series for GC Sports.
In the midst of that, we had a change for the 5th position, and Flash 9 went around B. Holcomb. So dropped the 38 down to 6th.
Still
That's
there.
not good. It's not
We
what
might-
we needed.
We might be getting ready to have a change for 2nd.
Yeah, I'm looking at B. Holcomb. He is struggling right now. He's really tight on entry. He's having a hard time getting any speed coming out of the corner, and he's actually getting slower. And Keith is actually starting to catch up to him. So this night is not looking good if he wants to advance to the next round. Meanwhile, Bro Chase and Private Patton are at it again.
Yeah, and just like they're in that first stage, Private Patton's running a line that Bro Chase just can't make a move on him.
Right, well, you can't really run behind him, and you can't, because if you run behind him on the high side, you get the air up and you might hit the wall. You can't pass him on the low side because Patton has the momentum coming out of the corner. So really, it's just you have to hope for Patton to make a mistake, and Patton usually doesn't make a mistake.
We'll see just how antsy the 24 gets here.
Well, the other thing to consider too is that the points don't reset from round to round, especially since we're just doing one race per round here. So, what Chase has to keep in mind is, as much as he might want to win a stage, he needs as many points as he can. Because if he gets through the round of 6, he basically sure has plenty of points going to round 4 for Kansas.
Careful, still there.
I'll tell you who's not afraid to make a move, and it's that 3rd place truck of Aqua Taddy. He keeps looking down to the inside of the 24. He just doesn't have enough of a run to make it stick. But he's going to get up underneath him right here. And then have to fall back in line.
So he's trying to work that low line. He's trying to see what's there. Nicola just following him as well. So top 4 are definitely broken away. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th
Left
all
side,
kinds spaced
clear, no
out.
pressure from behind.
And 51, of course, still having a really, really rough coverage. Looks like the 51 is already about 1/2 to 3/4 of a lap down already. Looks like the 51 is just wall banging around the racetrack, which usually is an indication that he does not have a very good setup right now.
So you got the 18 and the 24. They're the front two, and they've pretty much been nose to tail these last few laps. Then it's another few tenths back to the 00 and the 13. There for third and fourth, and those two guys also happen to be our in-race reporters for tonight, as they continue to battle away for that third spot.
24 laps, no mistake. Got one up top,
I'm trying to
all the way to the
figure it
wall.
out here. Taddy, whenever you get a chance, just let us know how the match goes today.
Roger that.
So 19 laps to go, and top four is pretty much broken away. It's really the top two, and it's third, fourth are kind of forming around there. Tandem group here.
At this point, I think they're just content to click off some more laps.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, there's no point for the guys that are in the top four. There's really no point for them to push really any harder than they already are. If something happens and they can capitalize on a mistake, that's great. But there's no reason to put themselves in a position to make a mistake that will cause an accident.
He had a change there for the 7th position. Nuka Bob goes around Keith. And Keith almost goes around. You were saying, Travis?
I was just to say that's one position or one additional point that Beholcom's not going to be gaining in the stage. And, you know, I was really hoping that I'd see him up there with the top four, but with him having this terrible of a run in stage two, it's hard to believe that running in 7th place right now, or where he's at, is a bad spot. But he was as many places as he can get. At this point, he's going to have to win the race and hope that Nuka Bob has a really bad third stage. And that's pretty much what it's going to come down to.
One back, clear low.
Barring that, yeah, he's not making it to the next round, unfortunately.
This next time by, this is coming at 10 to go for the leaders.
Thank you, sir.
Keep digging. Further on the inside. Nobody out back.
We'll see if the 24 has anything for the 18 here.
And just like in stage one, they're going to be coming up to the 51 truck.
The only difference here, Travis, is I think they're going to get to the 51.
Yeah, he's really, really, really loose on these longer runs. Like I said, he may not have even, don't know this for sure, this is totally speculation.
Inside.
And
All
I know
clear.
it caused a rumor, but he could just be running a slider too. So, just a guess by how his truck is handling right now. But yeah, they're probably going to catch him here within 5 to go.
Oh, as the 18 slides up the racetrack, does the 24 have a run? No, not quite.
So if I'm the 51, I don't know if KB Showtime is friends with either of the top two or enemies or whatever, or if he's a Toyota and Patton's a Toyota, if that makes any difference. But it'll be interesting to see if he lets the 18 go by and takes a lane away from the 24, or if he gets in front of the 18 and slows him down enough for the 24 to make a move.
I think it all depends on where they catch him at.
Yeah, we'll have to see. The 51 has a couple of times in the last 5 laps.
Here we go, the 24 to the inside of the 18 for the race lead. But again, he's just not able to make it happen off the corner.
Clear to the right.
The outside has the momentum.
Got one outside now. All the
Probably
way to the
5
wall.
to go here.
That was 5, coming to 4.
So, yep. Let's see if the 51 is getting closer. It's going to be really, really close to the 51. It's in front of the 18.
The 24 really sends it into the corner there. They're coming to 3 to go.
2 to go.
Those two to go. Sorry. Coming to the white flag this time by.
So Bro Chase, just think he needs to sit in second place and then once on that stage moving.
All right, let's go. White flag.
Just right now, just work on finishing the second.
Nobody
He
out
says
back.
it's too hard to exercise. He's lost very high points.
Looks like the 51's going to manage to stay on the lead lap. But off at turn number 4, it's going to be Private Patton taking the stage win.
That stage. That'll get the job done, driver.
As Bro Chase makes second, Taddy comes third there, fourth to Picola Gator, fifth to Flash 9, sixth to B Holcomb, seventh to Nuka Bob, eighth to Keith, and ninth to KB Showtime. So easy to follow that I didn't even have to look at the stage results.
Yeah, a big difference that we're going to see in this third stage. We haven't seen it yet this race, but there will be green flag stops here in the final stage.
Yeah, you want to talk about a pit road that is absolutely terrible as far as trying to get on and off of. It would be this one. And we've already seen it happen during qualifying. The thing is, you want to be able to stay on the corner and come out to the racetrack. But if you're down there too low, you could clip the entry to the next pit stop, or pit row, and go down pit row again. But if you come up too early, you could pretty much wreck everyone coming up behind you.
And here we go, we're about to begin the final stage here at Bristol.
Bro Chase is on the outside. It'll be interesting to see with him being on the outside here, if he's going to be able to have the momentum and keep Patton at bay and see if changing that position is going to keep him in front. And it looks like it's working so far.
Now that outside lane's just powerful as Patton's going to get up there in behind the 24.
Kind of funny that we're racing here at Bristol next week in Kansas, and Kansas is the same way. You just want to be on that outside line the whole time.
Again here, we got to see how the 38 fires off here in this final stage.
Yeah, it's already looking like it's not too bad. I think he's got to be really, really tight. Oh, and the 52 about eats the inside wall there.
And this league is not like normal NASCAR. If B. Holcomb wins, that doesn't mean he's into the next round.
Nope, because we're kind of more or less doing race for the chase style here. So it's how many points you have going into the next round. That lets us know how much, or if you're going to be able to make it into the next stage. If you're able to pass anybody, you're kind of really going into the next stage. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. And B. Holcomb does not look like he has any speed. Again, I just think he's way too tight. Gonna need to find a line or something here because he's having a rough day.
He's at least holding bay with the 23 right now, but the 23 is going to go up underneath him. Yeah, I mean, I did.
All clear, all clear. No pressure from
Yeah, so
behind.
he's basically what I can tell that he's doing because he has to let off a lot. So he's tight on entry, tight on exit. So he's letting off probably a lot sooner going into the corner, and then he has no speed coming out of the corner. So he's not able to utilize any momentum. And yeah, so at this point, he's probably not going to miss the next round.
Here's the issue also, is that the guy he's battling for that last spot with is right behind him.
Oh yeah, but I mean, Nikolov doesn't even have to pass for this. He's on to the next round. So now you just have to wait for Holcomb to make a mistake and then go move along your merry way. You don't have to push the issue or the envelope, whatever the terminology is, and sit back, relax, and get ready for Kansas. Now, I will say, just talking about tomorrow night, 8th, 7th, 6th, and 5th are all separated by 1 point. So, whereas B. Holcomb had to try to overcome 17 points, it's very, very close from the bottom four people trying to fight for 2 spots tomorrow night.
Careful, still there.
That's gonna be intense. I'm looking forward to it, but if somebody finishes in front of me, even one position, and we got the same number of stage points,
Still there.
stage 1 and 2, then that could pretty much be the end of it.
So assuming that things don't get super antsy here, or crazy, it looks like your top 6 still in the hunt for the championship here is going to be Brochase, Flash 9, Private Patton, Picola, Aquatati, and Nuka Bob.
That's the way it looks right now as they run, and barring anything bizarre happening. Now again, this is going to be the only stage where we see green flag pit stops. And when we do see those, it's going to be interesting. Getting on pit road is going to be hard.
Careful, still there.
Getting off the road should be difficult. And trying to avoid a speeding penalty or getting run over, that's going to be really an issue.
So as far as stages go, the breakdown looks like this. It's 55 laps in the first stage. It's 51 there in the second. And then, let's see, so that's, 106. So it's 86 in the final stage or something like that.
Left side, all clear, no pressure.
So, and you get 68 laps to a tank of fuel that I can figure. You got to pass for the race lead. 18's going underneath the 24.
So, again,
He's going to hold it there, too.
Yeah, he's going to hold it, but he can't do anything with it. And the 24's kind of pinching him just a little bit to try to kill the arc off the corner.
And he'll succeed in doing that.
That's going to allow 10 to have a little bit of a run on Patton, but again, we get back in line here.
Stay to your left.
You were mentioning how much this track is race is a lot like Kansas does. That's crazy to think. You know, this is a half mile and Kansas is a mile and a half. So it's crazy how some tracks might be different in size but similar in race style.
Well, you got that graduated banking here, and it's only 30 degrees of banking. It used to be 36.
Careful, still
Before
there.
they did the reconfiguration back in 2007. So back in the old day, this was very steeply banked. It wasn't graduated banking, and you were pretty much on the bottom. And if you were anywhere else in the racetrack, you were getting passed easily. And with the reconfiguration, you have a middle lane, you have a top lane, and you could have a bottom lane for a little while. But top lane is the way to go here. point, we're just going to kind of see, honestly, some cat and mouse being played here because Road Chase for 2 stages was able to follow behind Private Patton. Now, Patton can do the same thing and kind of figure out, okay, this is where he's letting off. This is where he's getting back on the gas. This is the line he's running. And meanwhile, Taddy is going to try to take advantage and take second.
Stay low.
Really good. Road Chase
Careful, still there.
Which I don't think comes as a surprise to anybody. He said he's pretty good here, so looks like he's going to hold true to his word. Perhaps a truck that I mentioned earlier was pretty fast, but has still ran, you know, anywhere from 5th to 8th all night is the 23 of Flash 9. He is starting to catch this front 4.
Well, you mentioned earlier, Clay, that he seems to be doing better in the long run, and of course this is the longest stage, so he's got a chance for his truck to be faster than everybody else. So, yeah, we're going to look for him to probably start fighting for the top 3.
I would not be surprised if the first truck that peels off for pit road is that 38.
You know, I know we don't have any cautions, but I have a feeling if he's not the first one, he'll be the last one.
Oh, the 51 just wrecked off on the back straightaway. And he's going to go a lap down. He'll get back up there onto the track behind the 38 and the 88 there. But tough night for him, just got even worse.
Yeah, he's still just bouncing off the walls right now. Yeah, he's having a rough night, and I think it's only gonna get worse for him.
Now the 24 gets the wall off of the corner there.
One back. Look ahead for me. Clear outside.
We got 5 trucks under a blanket here.
Bottom lane's moving. Look ahead for me. Clear
We
outside.
only have 4.
At one point it was 3.
So this is going to be a very interesting fight for the lead, it looks like, if anything. For those of you that are joining us, we've got our top 5 racing for the lead here, as we're about a third of the way through the 3rd stage.
All 5 of these trucks are playoff drivers, and all 5 of them are also in a good spot for points. The one in the toughest spot entering tonight is that 3rd place truck, the 00 of Aquatati, the solid orange truck there, 3rd in line. But he won the first stage, so he came in plus 18 to the cut line and won the first stage. And we see the 18 peel off for pit road.
Outside by himself.
So it's going to be Private Patton making the first move for pit road.
Pressure from behind.
So he must have just come within the pit window to go ahead and make that move. I could see maybe splitting the stage if that's what we're close to.
You'll have to let us know there, Taddy. How many to go? Yep, so that is indeed halfway.
So we're splitting the stage here.
I'm going to go ahead and keep an eye on him because
Outside by himself.
he'll likely cycle out as the leader. At least for a certain amount of time he will.
Right side.
So I'm just going to keep it with him. Or you can, as the 00 is headed for pit road.
Slow down.
It's really interesting to see what everyone's strategy is here, because you can split the stage or you can try to stay out a little longer. I think as soon as your truck starts to get a little wobbly or loose, or maybe it's getting tighter than it has been, that's a good time to come down pit road. Be interested to
See if anybody else peels off.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if somebody goes ahead and tries to run a full fuel.
Be ready. Get after
and
it
then
now.
come
Get
back
after it
to
now. You're clear. We don't race this direction. Got a car coming high now.
As of right now, the front three is Bro Chase, P-Cola, and Flash 9.
Careful, still there.
That truck there behind Flash 9 is the 18 of Private Patton. If you're just joining us, he just got off of pit road as the 23 and the 24 and the 13 are into the pit lane now. As that hands the lead over to the 23.
Yep, and the 18 just passed him. So I wonder if the 23 will be coming in this time.
No, he's going to go around for one more. 38's on pit road as well.
So it looks like everyone's going to try to split the stage or close to it here. So unless you're Flash 9, I mean, he could technically try to go all the way.
The 88 is also still out on the racetrack. Here comes the 23. Yep.
That's going
That'll
to
give the lead. Yep. I swear, we always end up having the same thoughts, and we always say them at the exact same time. We're just worked that way.
That's right, we sure do. Ooh, Keith about took out the 18 car. That was close. As soon as I got over to him, he bounced off the wall, and 18 was trying to go around him at the same time. That could have been a disaster for Private Patton. And Keith is now coming down pit road. We've got the 18, the 24, and the 00 cycling around as your top three again. But this time Patton's got a bit of a lead.
The 52 has made his way to pit road. The 88's still out on the racetrack. He's the race leader still. Is that correct, Taddy? 88, the race leader?
Yeah.
Looking at some of the comments, Robbie says, just want to show my love to all of y'all for the help and the support. Thank you, RTR, baby. Den Kate says, good luck, everyone. Next Gen Broadcasting says, tell Taddy his truck looks red.
It's orange.
Thank you.
Appreciate everybody tuning in to the broadcast.
There's a legitimate color of Crayola that's called red orange. That's what his color is. So it's both. Alright, problem solved.
No.
As far as I can tell, 88 still the race leader.
Yes.
He's running it a little long, don't you think, Travis?
Well, given the fact that everybody else just came in pit and he's coming in later, I mean, yeah, he's going to be really, really far behind everybody else whenever he comes to pit road.
We have our second retirement of the night. That's the 51 of KB Showtime. It was a tough night for him, and I think he was just tired of it.
Yeah, obviously wasn't really racing for the playoffs. He was racing for any kind of positions. And given that really nobody else, other than Keith showed up that was out of the playoffs, he was able to at least make sure that he's got a good gap into 10th place.
Battle for the lead. Or, well, what will be the lead when the 88 pits.
Yeah, so it's the 18 and 24. If you want to keep an eye on that battle there, Travis. I'm just waiting to see where the 88 pits.
Well, it's we can stay on everything here because it looks like they're going to come up to the 88. really
Careful,
races.
still there. Nobody out back. Got one inside.
They still need to get another lap back.
Well, they're going to be
Clear
on the
outside. Inside. You got room. You're clear.
Correct.
That's going to be bad for Nukabob because that means when he hits,
Come and see quick.
he's going to easily
Clear
get
low.
2 laps here. Here we go, 24 going underneath the 18. Didn't quite get there, but still got a fender on it.
Inside. Clear behind.
And it's just side by side.
Here comes the 88.
Clear. No
Yeah,
pressure
88
from behind.
decided
Got one
smart
inside.
move here when he's got some side by side.
All clear. No pressure from behind.
Doing the smart thing there, not being a factor or hindering some leaders.
High lane's moving.
Bro Chase
Clear
is
behind you.
trying
All
to
clear.
wear down Pilot Pat right now.
Hey, Taddy, how long did the 88 run there?
There's 22 to go out of 86 laps, so 74 laps, or 64 laps.
He basically ran it dry, yeah.
One back.
Well, somebody had to do it. It had to be Nukabob. He was already pretty much in the position that he was in
Inside.
all races where he can come out at, so he's not really losing.
Got one inside. Track's all yours, bud. You're clear. Inside. Clear low. Got a headlight out on your bumper. All clear. No pressure from
Some
behind.
chatter on the radio suggests that drivers are tired of that bottom lane.
Third, fourth, and fifth. That's starting to beat up with
Got one down low now. Clear all around.
Gator trying to get a nose underneath of him, and Flash 9 coming up there and waiting for somebody to make a mistake as Gator's doing everything he can not to find Cat and get there.
And the 24 just sent it on the 18. Not to change the subject.
Yeah, I think they're. I think he's trying to run behind him there, Clay.
Look ahead for me. Clear outside. Bottom lane smooth. All clear. No pressure from behind.
Yeah, safe light repair, safe light replace, and they have to change the windshields out on both sides of the 18 truck after the 24 gets by.
We'll have to let Private Pat know after the race when he thanks his sponsors, as he does every week.
Yep. Might have to call them up, see if they have any plexiglass. Not gonna lie, unless 18 makes a big mistake, which it doesn't normally have, 24's gonna have to do a bump and run to get by him.
Careful. Still there.
I'm going to just jump back here to this third, fourth, and fifth battle because the 88 has caught up to them and he's trying to get a lap back as the 00 gets into the wall there. As he battles with the 23. We're 2 by 2 here.
Still there.
Alright, here we go. 24 trying to get underneath him. Now, I will say that I know the 24 and the 18 have respect for each other, but they don't have best history in the last few weeks. They've gotten into each other multiple times.
Oh, and the 00 just got the inside wall. He tried to wreck the 23. He was trying to hook him, but he got... I don't know if he got tagged from behind by the 88 or what happened there, but he got the inside wall.
Yeah, let's not say I was trying to wreck someone. We were side by side and I got loose off the exit. That looks really good on the lead when you say the CEO is trying to wreck people on the track.
Good job, Clay.
Well, let me just say that from the broadcast standpoint, it appeared that the 00 was trying to hook the 23. Not saying that was the intent. That's just what it looked like on the broadcast.
It makes for more viewers, so if you're viewing this for the first time, yes, we'll get wild and crazy here.
Yeah, no, we were just, the 88 was coming up with the Ford Freshies. 23 actually bit later than both me and the 13s. They had the more fresh tires. I was trying to fight them off. I got loose on the outside, that's all.
Alright, so how many laps to go?
I got 8 to go.
8 to go here on 24 is still riding behind Private Pat and trying to size up. Meanwhile, you have the 88 that's coming up really quick on those fresher tires.
We'll see if he's a factor.
So we're going to have to see if the 24 either decides, you know what, I'm going to take second, and make sure I get as many points as I can. I'm going to try to go for that one. Maybe I'm not bold enough here, but if I was in his position, I would at least try to just get the most points, because I do not want to get myself on a wreck and lose 6 to 8 points by every passes.
5 to go, driver.
5 laps to go.
I will remind everybody, though, of last week at Michigan. These two were in a photo finish. Bro Chase came out on top. We'll see if they have another one for us. Because that's probably what it's going to take, Travis.
Well, point force pushing it really hard, and it's going to really lose off the point force over what he needs to do is he needs to get on a very high entry and then cut it low to be able to get that runoff and then descend it and try to do a slide down. That's what I would do if I was Bro Chase.
They just took, I believe, 3 to go.
2.
So we're coming to the white.
Alright, here we go. It's going to be whether or not Bro Chase wants to send it or not. He's right there behind him.
You got 1 to go.
He moved him up the track, but it's not going to be enough. He's out of fuel, too.
How is he out of fuel?
That's a great run today for a top 5.
Did you guys not pit for fuel?
So here's the deal. Bristol's one of those tracks that as you hit 1, you're out of fuel.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Should we head yeah, I presume so.
I'm out of here. See y'all.
Yeah.
Piccolo.
Alright,
Bro
so we
Chase.
have Private Pat and Bro Chase in second, Flashlight in third, Caddy in fourth, Picola in fifth, B. Holcomb sixth, Nuka Bob seventh, Keith in eighth, Showtime ninth, and Mopower Energy in 10th place.
So we'll get our top 3 finishers in here. Private Patton goes back to back.
I had the fast lap. Yay. Alright, you need Patton, Bro Chase, Flash. And they've all been invited.
Nice. Uh-oh.
And we'll go ahead and get started here, Travis. Let's start it off with our 3rd place finisher, a Flash 9. Man, I'll tell you what, it didn't start off real well for you, but Travis and I remarked a handful of times that it was a good long-run truck for you. And, you know, that final stage is all about the long run. And it netted you a P3 finish. How'd you make it happen?